Yeah, CoinFox would definitely be my go-to as well, John. For show. What's going on, guys? Good to see you guys in here this morning. Hope you killed it yesterday. Yesterday was a pretty good day here. GNW, yeah, GNW got that one. Nice fade at the open. NTNX was a little tricky. Ended up doing okay on this one, actually making money on it. But we did have a day 2 grind on it. Nice little pop. So we will be watching this one again today. But here's what I want you guys to notice here. NTNX, I sold into this sell-off. It popped back up. Excuse me. We had this wash right here from 28.24. Not really a wash. But a little fat sell-off there, about 30-40 cents. Pops right back up. This is the candlestick that I noticed that where I just cut the remainder of my leftover positions here. This long tail, lower shadow here. See this one? Long tail, lower shadow. This got absorbed. These longs absorbed the order so quickly. Popped right back up to high day. I said, I don't want to play with this anymore. But that's exactly what I noticed right there. That long tail, lower shadow. A lot of buyers coming into it. But NTNX, I want to watch this one again today. We're on day 2 now. Day 2 of an overbought extended move. Overbought and absolutely crazy volume coming into this. Look at this. 68 million shares coming into this play on Friday. And why do we look for this? Brad, you're going to make me blush. What's going on, man? Good to see you in here. We look for this volume that's abnormal to its average trading day because that abnormal volume means abnormal range. Range is what we look for. What do we look for, guys? As day traders, volatility. What is volatility? That gives you range. That good old range is what we look for. Provides ops on both sides, both the long and the short side. Long and short side of it. So we'll be watching NTNX again today, probably over under 29.32. For another short here, we'll see what happens on it. If we keep grinding on up or if we start seeing some profit taken on NTNX. But I like it. It's opening up 28.70 right there at the PCL. Previous close. 29.32 is previous high day, so we'll be watching it against that. There's not like a whole lot on the watch list this morning. A little frustrating. Didn't have shorts for everything, such as GME, GameStop. I really like GameStop. Had a nice overbought move on it yesterday. If you guys traded this one, GameStop had good volume on it yesterday. GameStop is the next Blockbuster, isn't it? Are you guys old enough to remember Blockbuster? It wasn't that long ago. I think there's still one left out there. But GameStop's going to be a little superfluous coming up here as well because we got everyone buying games online. Low float's a little slow right now. CoinFox, yeah. We can look at the gap up watch list here, and we see that. The only 2 low floats we got this morning, these are highlighted blue, was PRTH and APM. John, Blockbuster. Your first job. Yeah, Jonathan's in the movie business. Yeah, Blockbuster. Netflix ate Blockbuster for lunch. Yeah, Blockbuster. What do you do? Stock movies? VVPR is off SSR today. All right, yeah, we'll take a look at VVPR. Coin, I gotta say, man, you should have never told us about that stock offering on NIO. Killed us, bro. This is what happens, though. This is what happens. I'm messing with you. NIO, stock offering, of course this thing's going to rip. Yeah, stock offerings, that's so bearish. You hardly want to buy those. But yeah, low floats are off the chart today. PRTH, this one, 7 million float. If it's highlighted blue on the gap up watch list, guys, for those who are new, that's 11 million to about 3 million in the float. And then 3 million under is going to highlight yellow. Those are nano caps. Those are tiny, tiny. But yeah, Coin's right. Low floats aren't doing anything. Now, they were good plays in pre-market, but they're not even that this morning. KODK is really our only stock this morning that has any sort of volume on it. In pre-market, as far as it's 57 million in float, but KODK is not really a play I'm going to take. KODK in June of this summer was highly manipulated. KODK is one of these stocks, if you've been around for a while, look at this. It went from a couple dollars to $60. And this was off of government funding, I believe. But KODK doesn't even know what they are anymore. They used to be a camera company, and then they became a blockchain company. And now they're trying to find a cure for COVID. KODK is one of those companies, I don't even want to trade it. It's going to be highly manipulated. It's on my no-go list. Jonathan, you were cashier. You watched 5 movies a day. Man, back when you had to go physically to the store and rent a movie and then slide it back in that little slot, and got people. You'd rent movies for the weekend. Man, it's crazy. We're spoiled these days. The kids today, they just have no idea what we had to do to watch movies back then. No clue. All right. So with that said. GME, if you have the shorts here with GameStop, I like it against 715. I don't have the shorts here, but if you have them, 715, not a bad area to be risking off of there. WKHS, man, we got to go over this one. WKHS, actually, I know Elijah, you were watching it yesterday over this trend line here, the 1780, 1770s area from pre-market. Actually ended up breaking that. And if you guys were in here, let me know if you traded this. This was sick, guys. We went over this in pre-market. We said, watch it come out a little red out of the gates and then turn back around. And guess what she did? And just that. WKHS, a little red out of the gates like it usually does, turns back around and tested its final area of resistance, which is already touched, look, 3 times. Once in this little area here, twice, and then 3 times here in pre-market. WKHS, I didn't trade it, Kim. I should have. I only traded NT, NX, and then GME. But yeah, I was really watching it like a hawk, but it kind of made this move a little quicker than I thought, up towards pre-market highs. So I didn't trade it. If it doesn't do exactly as I expect it to do, I never FOMO into something, as in I never buy into green candles and I never short into red candles most of the time. So what I was really looking for on WKHS was it back down to this trend here, 1650s. Because look what WKHS can do when it starts selling on off. It hits this upper resistance at 1870s, sells all the way back down. Ouch. To 1730s, so 1.5 points. It gives a lot when it sells off. So I was just looking for a little bit more panic out of the gates. But it did go red a little bit, turned back around. Didn't end up trading that one. I like it to this morning against what? Previous resistance, now support. So the 1780s. So let's see this one sell off a little bit out of the gates and then see if it can turn back around. I do like WKHS still for a long. We've been watching this way back when it was having $15 support. So it's testing out that final area of resistance, 1870s, and then it's going to start. Maybe that'll serve as some support, and it'll keep curling back around and test it, coming back up to 2290s, testing that out. It's been a great swing for those trading this on the swing side. But yeah, that's WKHS. Let's look for it. A little sell-off down to 1780s. And we'll take it from there. Really, really solid support on it's going to be 1660s, but that's a good little bit away. Yeah, here's the trend for 1660s. Here's the trend for that. 1670s. So just keep that on watch, guys. APLS, Brad. Let's take a look. Yeah, nice solid pop on it yesterday morning. Kind of just grinding throughout the day. Solid volume coming into the close. 100,000 shares into the close. All right, APLS. It's 200-day moving average is going to be at 31.96. 31.96. So if you're trading that, keep that area on watch right there. It is hitting some tough resistance though on the chart. A lot of resistance up here in this territory, Brad. Yeah, I would really like to see a pop on APLS up towards that $32 area out of the gates and then go green to red. That'd be really nice. But it did get a little grindy yesterday, so I would really like to see a little fast. But you're right, a little light on volume. A little light on volume. Like to see a little bit more volume and a little fast up towards that resistance. But yeah, guys, the watch was a little light this morning. Not a whole lot going on here. JNCE popping on up, selling on off. Yeah, I've seen a few that have just popped on up. Some low floaters, they pop on up and they sell off so quick. So nothing's really getting that sustainable volume this morning. Go-Go's on the gap up, not bad. Probably fade on this, to be quite honest with you, on GOGO. If you guys have the shorts. Looking at the daily chart here, what do we see? Tall upper shadows. What does that mean? When you have tall upper shadows on the daily, it means there's a lot of sellers. A lot of sellers pushing this on down. So just be mindful of that. And then look at this resistance. We got GOGO. Yep, right up in here, 525. Once, twice, 3, 4, 5, all up in here. So it's going to be opening up. Well, it's opening up at 6:30, actually. 6:30. It's actually opening up right up here. Okay, we got a gap up. That's what it is. I was like, why is the chart not telling us that? Yeah, we got a gap up to 6:30. So I still think it fades down to like 520s. Still think it fades down to about 520s. All right, let's review some of these stocks real quick, and then we'll get going. NTNX, day two. Day two meaning what? Day two overbought. Day two overbought. Watching this one against 29.32. Really going to watch that price action carefully as we did yesterday at the open. But notice this. Notice this, guys. This is important. The volume we had on Friday, look at it compared to the volume we had on Monday. Very different, right? Cut in half or even less. This volume is probably going to get even quieter today. Meaning what? And we're already seeing that in pre-market after hours. Meaning what? We're going to start seeing some people taking some profits. But we got to watch price action carefully. Make sure crazy volume doesn't come into this and push it up even higher. But I'm going to trade it probably against that 29.32 area over under there. Really that WKHS and APLS, like Brad said, I want to see a pop on that though. Some good volume coming in, popping them short, and then go green to red on that. WKHS, I like this one. It's already selling on off. Back down to some support. That was prior resistance. Those are the three I'm really watching. That's pretty much going to be it for me this morning. But what are you guys watching? Any questions at all before we wrap up the stream this morning? Of course, if you have shorts, GME against 715 is not bad. Yeah, I'm just wondering with WKHS, we have 1780s as support, was prior resistance, but is it going to try to come back down to this bottom trend line and then start squeezing back up? You know what I'm saying? It got a pop before, came back down to the trend, got a pop, tested that 1870s before, came back down to the trend, all the way down here at 1660s. So it's done it twice. It wouldn't be out of the question, out of the realm of possibility that it's going to come back down to that trend around the 1670s before it really starts turning back around. So WKHS, let's see what it's going to do around the 1780s. Let's see if it starts finding its legs a little bit. And how do you find your legs? Well, take a look at yesterday. Yesterday, look what it did. A few lower shadows, curls back up and gets the volume, starts taking on off. So this is kind of what I look for when it's finding its feet. Some lower shadows into consolidation and then volume coming through, pushing it on up. That's all you look for. So let's see if we can find that around the 1780s on WKHS. You guys good to go? You ready to rock and roll? We ready to party, guys? That's the game plan this morning. I'm going to start loading up some charts. If you guys have any questions, just write them down, and then we'll get to trading. Let's do this. Alright, if not, keep it tight today. Whatever reason you take a trade, if your reason is wrong, close it out. Coin, did you just copy me? Guys, don't forget, smack that like button. It for some reason the like button is it helps out YouTube. And let's get it. Let's get it. Let's rock and roll, guys. Let's make some money. We'll see you all first thing in the morning.